Hello folks, I am Sutclif, faithfully turning oxygen into carbon dioxide on a daily basis, for now. Now is the only place we're at. The past is gone and the future is not here yet. Well, aside from being philosophical, today on my video I am going to give you my thoughts about the still unsolved murders of Libby and Abby that occurred in Delphi, Indiana on February 13th/14th of 2017. First off, this is a terrible milestone we have reached. The lack of a chargeable suspect, no transparency from law enforcement to the very people that they are supposed to serve. Previous press conferences more emotional than of substance as pertains to just the facts. Sketchy sketches to confuse the shit out of us. I feel it would have been better to not have released either sketch at all. Take a lesson from Sheriff Grady Judd, for heaven's sake, and give us a presser with real information. But wait, without any new developments, as in no arrests, what is there to say? Well, appealing to the public for someone to come forward is a starter, and getting rid of some of those generic sketches that look nothing like the lighted side of Bridge Guy's face. You know, I've done a lot of reading different blogs, and even people that claim to be law enforcement agree that the lack of transparency to the public has greatly hampered the case. Law enforcement, while trying to be politically correct and to not hurt the family's feelings, let the horse get out of the barn, especially during the early days of the investigation. Everybody knows it and has talked about it on social media constantly. The people aren't stupid, but you know, the cops have that badge and they're on a higher tier than us. However, I'm not going to bash the authorities like I have done in the past, and I know they want the case solved as anyone would, except Bridge Guy, of course. But then why won't they give the public more to go on? Surely they need the public's help at this point. I mean, it's been 5 years and whatever it is they're doing is not working. I mean, 5 years, folks. That's a long time. 5 years feels like we have reached a crossroads. What do I mean when I say crossroads? The dictionary defines crossroads as a point at which a crucial decision must be made that will have far-reaching consequences. Law enforcement needs to sit down at the Oval Table, swallow their pride, and look at the case from the very beginning and see what they missed. Oh, and did I say release the medical examiner's reports for both girls? You can bet the parents have seen them, even though I've been told they have not. I don't believe that for 1 minute, as I have followed many cases. There will come a time when the reports will become public. By the way, I am toning down my usual rhetoric out of respect at this 5-year juncture. I intend to be civil and making some points and not going off on anybody. What you are listening to are my personal observations at the 5-year mark of the 2 murders that occurred in Delphi. I apologize for my sinus problems. No, I don't have COVID, but got this tickling in my throat and it's dry. I have this little congestion sinus thing going on, which a lot of people around here have lately. But I feel really bad for the people of Delphi that they have not gotten closure this far out in the investigation. The events that took place on 2/13 and 14th, 2017 were not Delphi's fault. And they did not deserve anything even close to what happened, close to this tragedy. Now, I'm afraid family members will start to die off before the perpetrators are identified if we don't start to get answers soon. I mean, another 5 years would seem like an eternity, I'm sure. Well, here's something else to ponder over. What if Mr. Bridge Guy is dead? Excuse me, Stu, he's not dead. Who was that? We can't be sure now, can we? The last few weeks has reminded us we are mortals. So let's look further into this BG thing, shall we? In my mind, there are three possibilities. What little of mind I have left. But that's for another video. Okay, that's right. Just three. There are three possibilities I'm going to tell you about. And they are elementary. No sketches, no 70 witnesses, no voice and video. All right, possibility number one. This is dealing with Bridge Guy. Okay, possibility number one. Nobody in local law enforcement, including the FBI, has any idea who our guy on the bridge is. Okay, let me say that again. Nobody in local law enforcement, including the FBI, has any idea who our bridge guy is. DNA, if any was found, and other evidence for whatever reason doesn't gel. Okay. Possibility number two. Law enforcement knows exactly who BG is and has known for some years, but the prosecutor knows he only gets one chance. Not always, but most of the time, he only gets one chance. And they fall real short of what they would need for a conviction and even an arrest. This is the person Doug Carter of Indiana State Police was trying to smoke out in that April 22nd, 2019 presser that drove everyone nuts to this day and flopped miserably. So what exactly did Doug mean when he stated that they were shifting gears and you never thought we'd change? Who was he directing that at? He suggested that the killer might have even been in the room where they were given that April 22nd presser. How bizarre. Okay, here comes possibility number three, and I touched on it a little already. Our bridge guy has died sometime during these past 5 years and taken his evil doings to his grave, possibly in Canada. What? You don't think he could have just up and died, ladies and gentlemen? Don't discount this. It's just as viable as any other theory, right? He could have gotten COVID. So if this is true, all the sleuths out here on social media will be chasing after a cadaver or corpse till eternity. Jeez. I hope those 70 witnesses on the trails that day didn't quit their day jobs and have an awful good memory. Okay, back to bridge guy deceased. So what else? No reward money, even if BG was found dead in a coffin? He can't be tried, so Indiana State Police will need a lawyer to disperse the money. I would imagine some of the reward was pledged and not deposited. What I think is weird is that Indiana State Police seem to be handling the reward and the details of it. Is Crime Stoppers involved too? Anybody know? No. So it would be very strange if BG was caught after death and no one could catch him still alive. That would be a twist. Trust me, anything's possible once you enter the Delphi vortex. It's like Hotel California. You can check out, but you can never leave. You can't get it out of your mind. I have taken sleeping pills because I can't get this case out of my mind some nights. Well, what do you all think? Most people pick possibility number 2. Indiana State Police knows who the killer is, but has insufficient proof to make a move. Even after all this time, that must suck. And if Bridge Guy is alive and well, you can bet that he mingles, now unafraid of capture, as he knows what cards ISP holds. The murders themselves, though terrible as they are, really aren't that unusual. Bridge Guy has done what many did before him, with of course some differences, and I feel empathy for all the other thousands that are killed every year. But the dynamics of this case, the bridge, the creek, 2 children, and a creepy guy that was recorded, video and audio, makes for an interesting case. Some stick and some fade away quickly. What about the Evansdale cousins? Cold case, very cold. BG's earlier handiwork, maybe? Police did score a win in Oklahoma when they busted Kevin Sweet, who's not very sweet, years after he shot Skyla Whitaker, 11, and Taylor Placker, 13, from Willifka, and let them die in a ditch along a remote country road. Sweet then killed his fiancée at the time. Sweet said he shot them because he thought they were monsters. Gee, there's some real riffraffs we have walking among us. Getting back to our bridge guy, one of my many questions is if anyone knows this bridge phantom, why don't they turn him in? Could it be someone that simply doesn't care? Feels they're just expendable, the girls were just expendable? Or could somebody share his same outlook on life and taking life? Not far-fetched in this day and age, right? 5 years. It's maddening to me. Who's to blame? Why, Bridge Guy, of course. Or at least that's what we think. That's what we have been told for many years. But what if that killer never had gone on the bridge at all? What if the actual killer had never been on the Monon High Bridge, walking on those slats? What a legal quagmire with no solution in sight. I doubt there's a solution in sight. You know, Ladies and gentlemen, I hate to be negative, but why do I feel like I will be making a video like this one in February 2023? If I'm still alive even by then, the way people are croaking like toads out here. I never know if each video will be my last. That goes for everybody. By the way, my legal consultant informed me that because no charges have been filed so far in the Delphi case, no one can get in trouble for harboring BG or offering him a safe house, as he is only wanted for questioning, to which BG, bridge guy, if found, can at the time take the fifth and lawyer up. I will have more for you guys and gals, so hit the like button and subscribe if you like this video. Also, my email address is realstewsutclif@gmail.com. realstewsutclif@gmail.com. So, signing off now. And those are just some of my thoughts, and I will have more. Let today be the day. Let there be justice for Libby and Abby. It's been so elusive.